spaces beyond human comprehension. What you do is you send a robot to land on a moon because the moon is stable, no erosion, no rust.
Probably two of the few people you trust about science are Michio Kaku and Randall Carlson. Carlson in a podcast said the moon is just like an external hard drive of the Earth. Do you agree with his statement?
Which is where the moon is between the Earth and the sun. If the moon is out here, it's not going to be an eclipse. It's going to sail by above or below.
Without the moon, there will be no stability in this planet, and it would never have evolved. Let's find out why Earth needs to thank the moon for its existence. Earth's external hard drive. The concept of the moon is like Earth's external hard drive is an interesting way to think about how crucial the moon is for life on our planet and its various processes. Just like an external hard drive keeps and organizes data for a computer, the moon is key to the stability and balance of Earth, helping to manage important information for our planet's systems. The moon has always been a fascinating presence in the sky, but it's not just there to look pretty. In fact, the moon plays a crucial role in making Earth the planet we know and love. From stabilizing our climate to influencing the tides, this celestial body is more important than we often realize. One of the biggest ways the moon affects Earth is by stabilizing our planet's tilt. Without it, Earth's axial tilt would wobble chaotically, leading to unpredictable and extreme climate changes. The moon is also responsible for the ocean's tides. Its gravitational pull creates high and low tides, which help regulate marine ecosystems. Many coastal species rely on the tides for survival, whether it's for breeding, feeding, or even migration patterns. Without the moon's pull, ocean currents and weather patterns would be drastically different, impacting life on both land and sea. Beyond just tides and tilt, the moon has played a role in shaping human history. Ancient civilizations used its cycles to track time, develop calendars, and even plan agricultural activities. It has inspired countless myths, legends, and artistic creations. Today, it continues to fuel our curiosity as space agencies plan missions to explore its surface and beyond. The moon also serves as a natural shield for Earth, taking hits from asteroids and space debris that might otherwise head our way. While it's not a perfect defense system, its cratered surface shows just how many impacts it has endured over billions of years. The moon is much more than just a glowing orb in the night sky. It keeps Earth's climate steady, regulates the tides, influences culture, and even offers protection from space threats. The next time you look up and see the moon shining down, remember, it's not just a beautiful sight, but a crucial companion to our planet. As mentioned, it's a life giver to Earth and to its humanity. Let's get into deeper details on the moon's relevance. Earth's rotational stability. How the moon keeps our planet in check. One of its most crucial and often overlooked functions is how it helps regulate Earth's rotation. Without the moon's gravitational pull, our planet's day-night cycle and overall stability would look drastically different. In fact, the moon plays such a vital role in Earth's rotational stability that life as we know it might not exist without it. The Earth's rotation isn't just a simple spinning motion. It's influenced by multiple forces, including the gravitational interactions with the Sun and, most notably, the Moon. The Moon exerts a gravitational pull on Earth, creating tidal bulges in the oceans. As Earth rotates, these bulges experience friction against the planet's surface, gradually slowing down the rotation. This process, known as tidal braking, causes our days to lengthen by a fraction of a second every century. If the moon weren't there to provide this stabilizing effect, Earth's rotation would be much more erratic. Over millions of years, the moon has helped maintain a relatively steady 24-hour day, preventing extreme shifts that could have been disastrous for the development of life. Without the moon, Earth's rotational axis would be much less stable. Currently, Earth's axial tilt is about 23.5 degrees, which is responsible for our seasons. However, without the moon acting as a stabilizing force, this tilt could vary significantly over time. Scientists believe that without the moon's gravitational influence, Earth's tilt could swing chaotically, leading to extreme climate changes. Imagine a world where the poles sometimes face the sun directly, causing scorching temperatures, while other times they are plunged into near-permanent darkness. Such instability could have made it nearly impossible for complex life to evolve in a stable environment. The moon isn't just keeping Earth's rotation steady today, it has been shaping our planet for billions of years. In the distant past, Earth's days were much shorter, lasting only about 6 hours. Over time, the moon's gravitational pull has slowed this down to the 24-hour cycle we experience today. This process is still happening, though at an incredibly slow rate. In a few million years, the length of a day on Earth will be slightly longer than it is now. Interestingly, as the moon slows down Earth's rotation, it is also gradually moving away from us, about 3.8 centimeters per year. While this change is minimal in human lifetimes, over the course of millions or billions of years, it could have significant effects on Earth's stability. Let's imagine, for a moment, that the moon suddenly vanished. The immediate effects would be dramatic. Without the moon's stabilizing force, Earth's axial tilt could become chaotic, leading to unpredictable seasons and extreme climate shifts. The length of our day might also change unpredictably, affecting natural rhythms that have governed life for millions of years. Additionally, without the moon's influence on tides, marine ecosystems that rely on tidal patterns would be thrown into disarray, impacting weather patterns and global ocean currents. The moon isn't just a pretty sight in the night sky. It's a crucial component of Earth's stability. Its gravitational pull ensures that our planet maintains a consistent rotation, preventing erratic shifts in climate and day length. Without it, Earth would be a far less hospitable place, making it unlikely that complex life would have developed as it did. Now, let's go back to gravity's magic. Causing tides. How the moon pulls Earth's oceans. Have you ever wondered why the ocean seems to rise and fall throughout the day? That rhythmic movement of the sea, known as the tides, is actually caused by an invisible force, gravity. But not just any gravity. It's the gravitational pull of the moon that plays the biggest role in shaping the tides we see along coastlines all over the world. The moon's gravity tugs on Earth's water, creating bulges in the ocean on the side closest to the moon and the side farthest from it. These bulges are what we recognize as high tides. Meanwhile, the areas between these bulges experience low tides. Since Earth is constantly rotating while the moon orbits around it, different parts of the world experience these rising and falling tides at different times of the day. The strength of the tides also changes depending on the moon's phase. During a full moon or a new moon, the Earth, Moon, and Sun align, amplifying the moon's gravitational influence. This alignment leads to what we call spring tides, which have the highest high tides and the lowest low tides. On the other hand, when the moon is at a right angle relative to the Earth and Sun, during the first and third quarter moon phases, its pull isn't as strong, leading to weaker tides, known as neap tides. Tides don't just affect ocean waves and beach trips, they play a crucial role in marine life, coastal ecosystems, and even human activities. Many sea creatures rely on the tides for feeding and reproduction, while fishermen and sailors have depended on tidal patterns for centuries to navigate waters effectively. In some parts of the world, tidal energy is even being explored as a renewable energy source. When you're at the beach and notice the waves creeping closer or pulling away, remember, you're watching the powerful yet silent pull of the moon at work. It's a fascinating reminder of how celestial forces continue to shape our planet every single day. Earth's axial tilt. Also, one of the most important roles the moon plays is one that goes unnoticed in our daily lives. It helps stabilize Earth's axial tilt, ensuring a relatively consistent climate and seasons that make life as we know it possible. The Earth doesn't spin perfectly upright. Its tilt is what gives us our seasons. When one hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, it experiences summer, while the other, tilted away, experiences winter. This cycle repeats as the Earth continues its journey around the sun. However, without the moon's stabilizing influence, this tilt could vary dramatically over time. Scientists estimate that without the moon, Earth's tilt could swing wildly, fluctuating anywhere between 0 and 85 degrees. Such drastic shifts would lead to extreme climate changes, rendering large portions of the planet uninhabitable at different points in Earth's history. The moon's gravitational pull exerts a steadying force on Earth, much like how a tightrope walker uses a balancing pole to maintain stability. As Earth rotates, the moon's gravity creates a stabilizing effect by pulling on the equatorial bulge of our planet. This counteracts the destabilizing influences of other celestial bodies, like Jupiter and the Sun, which exert their own gravitational forces. Over long periods, this stabilizing effect prevents chaotic shifts in Earth's axial tilt. Instead of swinging erratically, the tilt remains within a relatively narrow range, fluctuating only slightly over tens of thousands of years. This slow and predictable movement, known as axial precession, occurs in a cycle of about 26,000 years and contributes to gradual changes in climate rather than sudden and catastrophic shifts. If Earth's axial tilt were to change significantly, the consequences would be dramatic. At extreme tilts, the planet could experience prolonged periods of darkness and light, with some regions enduring months of continuous daylight or night. This would disrupt weather patterns, ocean currents, and even biological rhythms, making it difficult for life to adapt. Agriculture, as we know it, would be nearly impossible, and civilizations would struggle to cope with such unpredictable environmental changes. Without the moon, ice ages could become more frequent and severe, or some regions could be locked in permanent summer or winter conditions. In short, the moon's presence has played a crucial role in Earth's long-term climate stability, making our planet a relatively safe and habitable home for millions of years. Again, if the moon were to suddenly disappear, the effects wouldn't be immediate, but over thousands to millions of years, Earth's axial tilt could become chaotic. Seasons would become unpredictable, and extreme climate conditions could threaten ecosystems and biodiversity. The loss of tidal forces, which influence ocean currents and marine life, would also have profound effects on Earth's environment. This time, you might have wondered about the most basic necessity the moon has given humanity since time started: light in the dark. It's more than just light, there are lives that depend on it. Thanks for the light at night. When the sun dips below the horizon and darkness settles in, the moon takes center stage in the night sky, offering a gentle glow that illuminates the world below. Unlike the harsh brilliance of the sun, the moon provides a subtle light by reflecting sunlight back to Earth. This soft illumination not only adds beauty to the night, but also plays a crucial role in the lives of many creatures, particularly nocturnal animals. The moon's glow affects animal behavior, navigation, and even the delicate balance of ecosystems. The moon itself does not generate any light. Rather, it acts as a giant reflector. Sunlight strikes the moon's surface, bouncing off and reaching Earth in the form of moonlight. The brightness of this light varies depending on the moon's phase. A full moon, for example, provides the brightest light, while a new moon leaves the sky almost completely dark. This variation has significant effects on nocturnal life, influencing the habits of many animals that rely on the moon for survival. For many creatures of the night, moonlight is essential. Predators such as owls, foxes, and big cats often take advantage of the moon's glow to hunt more effectively. The dim light allows them to see their prey without revealing themselves too easily. Conversely, some prey animals adjust their activity levels based on moon brightness, choosing to remain hidden on bright nights to avoid detection. For example, rodents are known to reduce their movement during full moons to minimize the risk of being spotted by predators. Nocturnal birds, such as nightjars and certain species of owls, rely on moonlight for navigation and hunting. Many amphibians and insects, including frogs and moths, time their mating calls and behaviors around the moon's cycle, demonstrating just how much the lunar light impacts their lives. Fireflies, for example, are less active on nights with a bright moon, since their bioluminescent signals become harder to see against the bright backdrop. In addition to providing illumination, The moon serves as a guide for animals that navigate long distances. Sea turtles, for instance, use the moon's reflection on the water to find their way to the ocean after hatching. Similarly, some species of birds migrate at night and rely on the moon and stars to guide them to their destinations. Even humans, in the past, have used the moon to navigate across vast landscapes before the invention of modern technology. The lunar cycle can influence fish feeding patterns. Studies have shown that some fish are more active during certain moon phases, either due to changes in predator-prey interactions or the increased brightness of the moon affecting visibility underwater. Fishermen have long relied on lunar calendars to predict the best fishing times, demonstrating how deeply ingrained this natural rhythm is. While the moon's light primarily benefits nocturnal animals, it has also played a significant role in human history. Before artificial lighting, people depended on the moon to conduct nighttime activities. Farmers scheduled their planting and harvesting around the moon's cycles, and travelers planned their journeys according to the available moonlight. Even today, outdoor enthusiasts, from hikers to campers, often consider the moon's phase when planning nighttime adventures. The moon's influence extends beyond just lighting up the night. It plays a key role in maintaining ecological balance. Light pollution, caused by artificial lighting, disrupts the natural rhythms of many nocturnal creatures. Bright city lights can interfere with the behaviors of animals that rely on moonlight, confusing migratory birds, disorienting sea turtle hatchlings, and altering the mating behaviors of insects. Preserving natural darkness is just as important as enjoying the moon's glow, ensuring that wildlife continues to thrive as it has for millions of years. The exact reasons behind lunar synchronization in animals are still debated, but there are several plausible explanations. The most prominent factor is the impact of the moon on tides, which in turn influences habitats, food availability, and safe nesting conditions. Additionally, moonlight itself plays a role in visibility and predator-prey dynamics, affecting when and how animals choose to move or mate. Some researchers also believe that animals may have internal biological clocks that are sensitive to lunar cycles, similar to the circadian rhythms that govern daily behavior in many species. Understanding the connection between lunar cycles and animal behavior not only deepens our appreciation for nature's complexity, but also has practical implications. Conservation efforts for species like sea turtles and corals can benefit from knowledge about lunar-driven behaviors, helping scientists and conservationists implement strategies that align with these natural rhythms. Fishermen and farmers have also relied on lunar cycles for centuries, highlighting how human activity has long been intertwined with these natural patterns, from helping nocturnal hunters find their prey to guiding migrating birds. The moon's glow is essential for many species. It has shaped animal behaviors, influenced human activities, and contributed to the delicate balance of ecosystems. The next night, when you step outside on a moonlit night, take a moment to appreciate this celestial companion and the vital role it plays in our world. With this big help the moon gives to our planet, would we survive a moonless day? Even just for a day, hypothetically. One day without the moon. What if, just for one day, the moon decided to take a break? What kind of chaos would unfold on Earth? While a permanent disappearance would have drastic long-term consequences, even a single day without the moon would send ripples through our planet in ways we might not expect. The most obvious and immediate impact of a moonless day would be on ocean tides. The moon's gravity plays a key role in pulling ocean waters, creating the high and low tides we experience daily. If the moon vanished, Earth would only have the sun's gravitational influence, which is much weaker when it comes to tides. Tidal ranges would shrink dramatically, throwing marine ecosystems into confusion. Coastal communities that rely on the predictable ebb and flow of the tides would see unusual water levels, either too high or too low, potentially leading to flooding in some areas and drought-like conditions in others. However, the real chaos would come when the moon reappears after its brief absence. Tides wouldn't just return to normal, they would surge in an erratic and unpredictable manner. Imagine tsunamis and storm surges appearing seemingly out of nowhere. Ports and harbors could suffer massive damages, and low-lying cities might be caught off guard by an unpredictable high tide. One of the lesser-known but crucial roles the moon plays is in stabilizing Earth's axial tilt. Right now, Earth tilts at about 23.5 degrees, giving us our seasons. Without the moon's stabilizing effect, Earth's tilt could begin to shift chaotically. If the moon were absent for just one day, there might not be immediate drastic shifts, but small wobbles could still occur, potentially affecting weather patterns in the long run. When the moon returns, the planet would need to settle back into its usual balance. This could lead to slight but noticeable climate disturbances, perhaps an unexpected heat wave in winter or an unusual cold spell in summer. Farmers might find their growing seasons suddenly thrown off track, and migratory animals that depend on stable, seasonal cues could become disoriented. With no moon in the sky, nighttime on Earth would be a much darker experience. While city dwellers might not notice much difference, people in rural areas and wilderness regions would suddenly experience an unnerving darkness. No moonlight means nocturnal animals that rely on lunar illumination, such as owls, foxes, and some amphibians, would struggle to hunt and navigate. Some species of coral that rely on the moon's cycle to spawn might completely miss their reproductive windows, causing potential disruptions in marine ecosystems. Human culture would feel the absence too. Throughout history, the moon has been a guiding light for travelers, a source of inspiration for poets and artists, and a timekeeper for calendars and religious observances. Even if it's just gone for one day, the sudden disappearance of such a constant presence would be eerie, leaving many feeling unsettled. Beyond the physical changes, a missing moon could have a psychological effect on people. Humans have an instinctual connection to the moon. It's been with us since the dawn of time. If it were to suddenly disappear, social media would explode with conspiracy theories, panic, and wild speculation. News outlets would scramble to explain the phenomenon, while scientists would attempt to reassure the public. Many people would likely experience an existential unease, as if something fundamental about reality had been altered. Religious and spiritual groups might interpret the disappearance as an omen, leading to mass hysteria in some areas. Meanwhile, astronomers would be left scratching their heads, trying to figure out what cosmic event could make the moon disappear, and then reappear just 24 hours later. Despite the disturbances, Earth would likely survive one day without the moon relatively intact. The long-term consequences would be minimal, assuming the moon returned to its usual place without any further disruption. However, the temporary chaos, ranging from erratic tides to confused wildlife and a spooked human population, would make for a fascinating, if unsettling, experience. Ultimately, the moon's brief vacation would serve as a stark reminder of just how much we depend on our cosmic neighbor. The next time you look up at the night sky and see the moon shining down, take a moment to appreciate it. Without it, even for a single day, our world would be a much stranger place. On the other hand, would the moon die if our planet is not around? Moon without Earth. When we talk about Earth's moon existing independently, it helps to first clear up what that really means. Right now, our moon is a natural satellite, which means it's gravitationally tied to Earth. It's a product of a unique cosmic dance, the result of a giant impact early in Earth's history that sent debris flying, eventually coalescing into the moon we know today. Imagine taking the moon and setting it free from Earth's pull. As a solid chunk of rock, it wouldn't just disappear or lose its identity. Instead, it would likely end up orbiting the Sun on its own, much like other small bodies, such as asteroids. In that sense, the moon can exist independently as a celestial object. However, its behavior and characteristics would change dramatically. Without Earth's gravitational influence, it wouldn't cause tides, wouldn't be tidally locked, and wouldn't share the same intimate history with our planet. It might even be considered just another minor body floating in space. The moon's current role is deeply interwoven with Earth's dynamics. Its gravitational pull stabilizes our planet's axial tilt and by extension, our climate over long time scales. Its very presence influences life on Earth. Think of the tides and the night sky's familiar glow. Once freed from Earth, while the moon as a rock would still exist, it would lose much of what makes it special to us. So, in short, the moon could physically continue to exist as an independent object in space. But the relationship it shares with Earth is what defines its significance. Without that bond, it wouldn't be our moon. It'd just be another wandering rock in the vast expanse of the solar system. Earth's moon can exist on its own as a celestial body, but it's the unique connection to Earth that gives it its character and crucial role in our own planetary story. The need to know the moon better. The moon has always held a special place in our collective imagination, from inspiring poets and musicians to being the subject of some of the most ambitious scientific missions ever undertaken. There's something mesmerizing about our lunar neighbor, and digging into its secrets not only satisfies our curiosity, but also paves the way for practical benefits that can ripple back to Earth. One of the coolest aspects of studying the moon is its role as a stepping stone for further space exploration. It's like the training ground for future interplanetary missions. By understanding the moon's surface, geology, and environment, scientists are learning how to better design equipment and plan missions for more distant destinations, such as Mars or the asteroids. The moon, in many ways, is our accessible laboratory right in our cosmic backyard, where we can test technologies in an environment that, while harsh, is far less daunting than deep space. There's also a treasure trove of scientific mysteries waiting to be unraveled on the lunar surface. For instance, studying the moon's composition offers clues about the early days of our solar system. It's believed that the moon was formed out of the debris left from a colossal collision between Earth and a Mars-sized body. By analyzing lunar rocks and soil, scientists can piece together the history of this dramatic event and gain insights into how planets form and evolve. This isn't just academic. Understanding these processes helps us appreciate our own planet's history and could even inform how we search for life elsewhere in the universe. Another intriguing reason to study the moon is its potential for economic and technological breakthroughs. With talks of mining lunar resources like helium-3, a potential fuel for future clean energy technologies, the moon could someday serve as a base for sustainable energy production. Imagine a future where energy resources from the moon help power Earth's industries without the environmental downsides of fossil fuels. Additionally, the development of infrastructure on the moon, like lunar habitats or research stations, could spur innovations in construction, robotics, and life support systems, technologies that might one day benefit life here on Earth too. Culturally, the moon represents the blend of myth and reality. It has been a muse for countless works of art and literature, and its phases have influenced calendars, rituals, and folklore throughout human history. Studying the moon, therefore, is not only a scientific pursuit, but also a journey into understanding our own cultural heritage. The quest to explore and understand the moon bridges the gap between the tangible world of scientific data and the intangible realm of human creativity and emotion. Moreover, the moon serves as a crucial platform for international cooperation. Space exploration has a unique way of bringing countries together. The Apollo missions, for example, were a testament to what humanity can achieve when working as one. More recent collaborations on lunar research signal a renewed global interest in space exploration, suggesting that the moon could once again become a focal point for joint scientific ventures that transcend geopolitical boundaries. This collaborative spirit not only advances science, but also fosters a sense of shared destiny among the nations of Earth. There's a philosophical dimension to studying the moon. The vast, open expanse of space reminds us how small we are, yet also how capable we are of understanding the universe through science and exploration. The act of studying the moon is a celebration of human curiosity and resilience, a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, we have the drive to explore, learn, and innovate. Every new discovery on the lunar surface contributes to a larger narrative about humanity's place in the cosmos. urging us to look beyond our immediate surroundings and ponder our future among the stars. The idea of the moon being like an external hard drive for Earth can also highlight its role in keeping a record of our planet's history. The impact craters on the moon's surface act like ancient archives of cosmic events, allowing scientists to dig into these craters to uncover more about our solar system's past. In a sense, the moon is like a storage unit for Earth's cosmic history, giving us clues about how life began and the various processes that have influenced our planet over billions of years. Even though the moon doesn't literally store information like a digital device, this comparison emphasizes its importance in the Earth-Moon relationship, a partnership that helps maintain balance, stability, and life. It serves as a reminder that the moon is more than just a faraway object in the sky. It's a vital part of what makes life on Earth possible, playing a key role in shaping the environment where life can thrive. If you like content like this, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.